As you know, guys, Aaron Schoenke from Bat and the Sun, co-director of director of Legend of White Dragon. You might recognize him.
Wrap here on Dragon Prime. Get out of this very awesome outfit here made by Jose. Put these outfits together. These outfits took 1.5 years to make. We went through, gosh,
1.5 years to make? No way, brother.
Probably 20 fittings. Next time we got to build an air conditioning unit into these outfits, right, Jose? Yes. Or shoot in the snow. We should shoot in the snow. All right, well, we just...
Man, he just be capping. But recently he said, would you guys like a breakdown of the breakdown of the budget beatdown? How much do you think they cost per episode? Well, we know that 7 years ago you spent $5,000, but beatdowns as of the last 4 years were at $25,000. And I'm just like, dude, I'm guessing. But he's on this mission to prove that he doesn't make much money. Now, here we go with fans saying, hey, what is the director's cut of a film of this status and how much put back into the film for effects and editing? Thank you for your honesty and being transparent. He responds, well, dying is easy. We raised $77,000, but we had to subtract fees, taxes, cost of all rewards, which left us with about $55,000. So I put the needed amount, which was over $50,000. Like, what's the needed amount? Does over $50,000 mean $100,000? Like, this dude is answering questions. So definitely no money was made. What I think was confusing people is when I say Bat and the Sun needs versus what I need. Like, he's trying to put the spin out there because we are a production company. So Bat and the Sun needs money for production, which ranges from costume builds, location builds, visual effects, editing, music, sound design, and everything in between. Paying actors sometimes sits outside production and is handled by payroll, especially if you are SAG production roughly 50% for production. So he is standing by this half. If you don't see 50% for production, which is he is production, he is just telling you guys to your face, yes, I'm taking half. All right. 25% for casting crew, 25% for taxes and fees. So he is standing by this 50% for production, which Jason David Franklin, League Audio said, yeah, man, this fool won 100, half the production budget. So he recently put out this, these Kickstarters that he has coming out where, they start at 200,000, but this is a little bit misleading because if you watch the live stream, he said, oh, they start at 50,000 and their stretch goes up to 200,000. For different things. I really can't wait till this comes out. And here you go for him saying, did you know it took 6 days to shoot Dying is Easy with a budget of over $100,000? Usually, guys, when you make a budget, I could tell you my budget right now was $6.2 million this year for my organization, for my small little spot. But that was just for my segment. I'm a cog in, many different pieces. Thankfully, most of the film is dialogue, so it allowed us to stretch the budget. Shooting action, you often come away with 20 to 40 seconds of edited footage a day. Where was the dialogue? You can come away with 1 to 5 minutes on average. Any filmmaking questions? Like, bro, you mean to tell me you could film for 1 day, as in, let's just say an 8-hour day, and you're leaving with 5 minutes of audio or 20 to 4 seconds of edited footage? Well, somebody reached out to me and was like, dude, wasn't sure if you need this to be a DM, but I just thought you'd like to know that not only do I think this is BS, but I've had it confirmed by my friends of mine, a SAG stuntman, a professional critic, and a SAG director who has worked on major motion pictures in the visual effects division that has directly action films, sci-fi films. The exact thing Aaron is trying to do, standard industry practice on average. This is not. So I'm like, EA, elaborate. I don't know nothing about this ish. I ain't go to film school. You know what I'm saying? So he like, look, check it out. Oh, it's not the cost, they argue. The cost is highly dependent on a number of factors. It's the fact that things you'd only get 20 to 40 seconds of action per day or even 1 to 5 minutes of dialogue. There are films released right now that were shot in 19 days and feature intricate fight scenes with multiple actors. It's not cost, it's his lack of efficiency and ability. Kind of like what Dinesh was doing. Thank you for your insight. Any chance I can interview any of these people? They're like, look, the director won't be able to. The stunt man might. I have to talk with him and see if he'd be interested. Hey, let me know. He could do it anonymously too. I think I spelled anonymously wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know my spelling is trash. So they sent me what the person said. Wait, what the F? 20 seconds of edited action footage? Really? That sounds insanely inefficient. They go on to say, that's BS. This BS is kind of why I had to pull out of my friend's action shorts yesterday. Took him 11 hours to shoot 3 minutes of action during previous. And now he only has 10 hours to shoot the whole effing short. So, you know, like when you are going to shoot something, you have to have everything planned. Boom, 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 boom. So when you get on set, you know, you only have the location for a set amount of time. You're not wasting time. So when we go back to, you know, Aaron's, his justification, talking about, hey, 6 days, 6 days, and this is how much he was able to get out of each day. You like, brother. Anywho, let's keep going. They said it sounded inefficient. We got a couple more right here. And then someone says, yo, is that the guy that runs Bat in the Sun? Yeah, if he had so much success with YouTube, but never broke through in the industry, then that's a huge red flag.
That's a truthful statement.
They'll claim it's for other reasons, but typically it's because they're either not as talented as we think, or they're not nice people and are blacklisted. Now, which one do you think? Why is Aaron not directing big films for Hollywood? Why did Dinesh say Lionsgate will never work with him? Why did he say that? It's a great question. They go on to say, it says, look, man, I don't know, that post has to be BS, right? Like, how did they get anything done back then if that's true about their lack of production efficiency? It doesn't make sense. I wish I could break it all down with you guys over a call because it's a lot. And I think he's harkening back to the dying is easy that took 6 days, and you're getting 1 to 5, you know, on a full day, 1 to 5 minutes of dialogue. Ugh, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm trying to get this stunt man to come on to drop the kibosh on Aaron because it's really hard to get people to speak out about this stuff. So that was a SAG stunt man giving his impression on Aaron's as he tries to convey to fans. It takes him 6 days. And what he gets on average is 20 to 40 seconds of action or 1 to 5 minutes of dialogue. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you. But like at the end of the day, man, this 200,000, bruh, he just gave him at least $500,000. Don't tell me Aaron ain't walk away with $500,000, if not way more for working on Legend of the White Dragon. And we ain't got that project in 4 years. And I know he's going to say, well, Jason's not here. We had to do reshoots. We never reached out to Netflix. I'm like, if you haven't reached out to Netflix now, Netflix ain't airing that ish this year, or any of the other major streaming services, or you did reach out to Netflix and they saw the product that you put before them and they was like, nope. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next video. Peace.